Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, morning, good to see you. Sending hearts right back to you. Welcome to practice. Good to see everybody. I can really see my dimple here. Hope you guys are doing really well. So this morning's practice is going to be all about dropping back, which is a beautiful thing. Actually, it can be really, really scary, but I think I'm in love with being a little bit scared. I think it's a good way to get to know what it is that you're kind of afraid of, what your fears are about, and how to move past them. So we're going to get started in just a moment. If you have a block, please grab your block. And if you have a chair, or if you have a couple of blocks, that would work too. If you have a chair lying around that's handy, bring the chair into the picture as well. So just keep it on the side. We'll use it in a little bit to just open up our shoulders a little bit more. And then say good morning to my pet plant. She's here as well. I don't know if she's a he or a she yet. I'm kind of still figuring that out. So good morning from the both of us. Welcome to practice. All right, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and start in a seat. We'll just come into a seat and Vajrasana or Virasana. I prefer Virasana if you need a block in order to do that. Hearts to you too, so many hearts to you too. Go ahead and grab your block. We're gonna kind of sit with the block in between the heels. So if you can sit your hips down in between your heels without rounding your back, you're more than welcome to come into the position. If you feel like you tend to round your back, then sit yourself up on a block so you're sitting up nice and tall. And we'll start here. You're going to roll the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Lift the heart up. Breathe in, breathe out. So feel free as you come into the seat to close your eyes and just fall into a place of breathfulness. Breathing into the front, the back, and the sides of your rib cage. Just starting to expand on the inhales, starting to contract on the exhalations. Notice where it is that you feel your breath the most. Is it, at the tip of your nose? Is it your chest when it flares and when it falls? Or is it in your belly where you feel it? Is it in your shoulders? Where does your breath kind of go into? Can you track your breath for me for a couple of breaths and see if you can start to take a longer inhale and a more expansive exhalation. So keeping your mouth closed, breathing in and out through the nose. Start to come into a place where you feel like you're arriving on your mat and you're arriving into your body, into your practice. All right, so keep the love flowing. We're going to keep it going. The love is coming straight back from me to you. I'm going to turn off the comments so we can see the whole screen. I like to start by rolling my shoulders back. It's always inevitable that we end up kind of hunched over a little bit, as straight as you might be sitting. So just take a moment to stack your shoulders right over your hips. Let's take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to bring the hands to the knees and let's begin to cat and cow here. So inhale to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale to round the back and draw the navel in towards the spine. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling to round the spine. One more time like this. Inhale to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling, chin to chest, round the back. Coming back through center, you're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna add the arms this time. Inhale to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale to round the back, bring the palms together in front of you. Again, inhale to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale to round the back and bring the palms together. Let's go one more time. Inhale, breathe, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Exhale to bring the palms together, arms extended. Inhale to open. We'll go ahead and cactus the arms, 90-degree angle with the arms here, bend at the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms back even further, send your chest forward some more. On your next exhalation, bring the elbows, forearms, and palms together. Again, inhale to open, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling to round the back and bring the palms, forearms, elbows in. One more time, inhale, breathe, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, elbows, forearms, palms come together. Take your right arm underneath the left arm, wrap and twist. Lift your elbows up into the sky, roll the shoulders back, breathe into your upper back and your shoulders. As you exhale, elbows to the belly button. Let's go twice more here. Take an inhale to lift up, breathe into your upper back, your shoulders. Exhaling, elbows to the belly button. One more time, inhale to breathe, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling, elbows to the belly button. Coming back through center, unravel the arms, reach the arms back out, roll the shoulders back. Let's go the opposite way, left arm under right arm, wrap and twist, bring the palms together, elbows nice and high. Inhale to arch the back if that feels like a good idea. As you exhale, round the body, elbows to the belly button. Inhale to breathe, lift the arms up, breathe into the shoulders. Exhaling, elbows to the belly button. Let's go one more time. Inhale, breathe, lifting the arms. Exhaling, elbows to the belly button. Coming back through center, unraveling the arms, reach the arms back. Take your arms back and interlace your fingers. Stretch the arms back behind you, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Big breath in, big breath out. Nice, coming back through center, let's take the block away, put it off to the side, and come onto all fours. So bring the heels of your hands towards each other, begin to circle through the wrists. Allow yourself to move here, so really focus on the movement. Allow yourself to move into your wrists a little bit. Notice how your wrists are doing, whether you've been kind of doing some stuff like I have yesterday, lots of upside down stuff, so my wrists are feeling a little bit sore. So I know I want to be a little bit gentler, a little bit kinder to my wrists as I move through my practice. Notice if there are any body parts of yours that kind of need a little bit more of a gentle attitude, a little bit more compassion, and just be mindful as you go through your practice today. Your practice is always in service, in celebration of your body, right, and everything that it can do. How can I serve today? Isn't that a great question? I was listening to one of my teachers this morning, and Bhakti Yoga is all about this service, this attitude of service. And what a great question to start your day with. Not what can I do for myself, but what can I do for others? What can I do to be a better person to other people? What can I do for the greater good of the world? Coming back through center, we're going to turn the palms over so the fleshy part of the palm is facing up to the sky. Lean slightly forward, wrap the triceps around and under, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, inhale. Exhale to round the back and hold it here for 5, 4, keep leaning forward, press into the top of the palm, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, turn the palms over. Let's do one more cat and cow here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale to round the body, draw the belly in towards the spine. Coming back to the center, back to neutral. Extend the right arm forward and extend the left leg back. Arch. So lift the strength, use the strength of your hamstring and glutes to lift the left leg up a little bit higher on the inhale. Exhale to round the body, elbow to the knee. Inhale to breathe and expand out, lift up. Exhale to round the body, elbow to the knee. Let's go one more time. Inhale to breathe, expand, lift up. This time we're going to flip the right palm, bend the left leg, take your hand back and find your foot. Take an inhale to kick the heel away from the body. Roll the shoulders back, especially that right shoulder. Allow that right shoulder to travel back. That kick of the heel on the left side is pulling that right shoulder back. Allow it to open. Breathe in, breathe out for 3, for 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Left arm goes forward, right leg goes back. Inhale to lift up. Exhaling, elbow to the knee. Inhale to breathe and expand out. As you exhale, elbow to the knee. One more time, breathe, expand out, arch the back if you can, flip the palm, bend the knee, take the hand back and find your foot. Directly press through the floor, in that right palm and left knee. Keep kicking the foot away from the body, opening up that left shoulder. Use the strength of the leg to create the opening in the left shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back through center. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, sit back into child's pose. Take another deep inhale, breathe into your pelvis, allow yourself to move a little bit here. Extend the arms forward, lengthen through the sides of the body. Let's go ahead and come forward into all fours and shift into Anahatasana. So palms going forward, chin and chest come down to the floor, breathe in, breathe out. Think about sending more of your throats onto the floor. Think about sending your armpits into the mat. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Keep lifting your pelvis to the sky. Take another inhale breath. Let's go ahead and shift forward into Sphinx pose. Palms flat, roll the shoulders back, chest is nice and tall. Press the palms into the floor, lift the elbows off the floor. Inhale. Exhale to lower the elbows back down. Let's go again. Inhale to push the floor away, take the elbows off the floor. Exhaling to place the elbows back down. One more time. Inhale to breathe, take the elbows off the mat. Exhale to lower everything down to the floor. Take your hands back, slide your hands back, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. So try not to allow the shoulders to collapse around the ears. You want to draw the shoulders down and back. Okay, so lifting the chest up, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog to bend and stretch and wiggle and shake. Feel free to take one leg up at a time, bend the knee, open the hip. Feel free to add whatever you need to, hip circles if you want them, whatever feels like the right thing, add it in, whatever your body is asking for. Let's get a little bit more intuitive here. Take another deep inhale, deep exhale. You're going to walk your hands back halfway to meet your feet. Take your right hand to the outside of your left shin, ankle, or grab the heel. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, pull the grip, push the floor away, pull on your grip to send the chest towards the sky. Keep lifting your sit bones up to the sky. Keep breathing into your body. Take another deep breath in. Twist a little bit deeper. Now let's come back through center. Right hand goes down, left hand to the outside of your right shin, ankle, or grab the heel. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, use your grip to send the chest through. So looking underneath your right armpit, breathe in, breathe out. Nice work. Walk your hands back. Give your legs a little bit of a hug this morning. Body, you are absolutely amazing. You are so, so amazing. Everything you're already doing, and the fact that we're awake and we're on our mats and we're about to do a beautiful practice is enough. Everything that happens from here on out is bonus. Take your hands onto your lower back, gently slide your hands down the back of your legs, massaging into your hamstrings. I love you hamstrings, I love you calf muscles, I love you Achilles tendons. I'm not going to try and pull and push on you, I'm just going to do what feels right. Here we go. Let your arms come down to the floor, soft bend in the knees to round the back. It's like your body responds to love, right? You gotta learn to love your body, coming up to the top of the mat. Hands to your heart center, Samastitihi. Let's take a moment to ground your feet into the floor. Allow yourself to feel where you are in your body. And then let's get to it. So we're going to go ground the feet into the floor. Take an inhale to reach the arms up. Lean back if you want to lean back. Exhaling to fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen, breathe in. As you exhale, plant your palms, right leg goes back, right knee comes down to your mat. Arms go up to the sky. Coming out of the pose just a little bit, take an inhale. As you exhale, both hands arriving on the left knee. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to drive your left knee forward and drop your hips. So be mindful of your right knee. If you need to pad your right knee with something, please do it. Okay, the goal here is to open up the psoas and the quadricep on the right side. And oftentimes you feel this clenching that we do in the pelvis area, and there's no surprise really, because we tend to hold a lot of our stuff in our pelvis. So allowing ourselves to release that stuff, to unclench just a little bit, so you can almost feel like your pelvis is suspended underneath your torso rather than you holding and gripping onto your pelvis for dear life. So let it go a little bit, let the pelvis drop a little bit lower, drive the left knee forward, take another deep breath in. As you exhale, hands come down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels and wave the spine forward, drop the pelvis, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale to ripple back into your down dog. Let's do that twice more. Waving the spine forward, dropping the hips, lifting the heart, slow movements. Driving with the hips, leading with the hips, allowing the hips to lead the way back into down dog. Let's go one more time. From the heels, wave the spine forward, ripple forward, drop the hips and lift the heart. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to take yourself back into your down dog. Take a moment in your down dog again to just be here for a few breaths and just allow yourself to breathe into your shoulders, into your upper back. If you want to add a back bend into your down dog, send your head past your biceps, chest moving towards the thighs. Breathe into the legs. Take another inhale. Exhale completely. Left leg down, take the right leg back and up, bend the knee and open the hip. Give yourself permission to send the floor away with your arms straight and strong. Reach the toes over to the left side. You want to look over your left shoulder for your toes. Go ahead, breathe, arch the back a little bit. Square the pelvis off, extend the leg back behind you, inhaling. Exhale to hug the knee into the chest, step the foot forward in between your hands. Drop the left knee down to the floor, walk the hands back, and slide the right heel forward. Roll the shoulders back, take an inhale, big breath. Exhale to bend the elbows and surrender. I'm all about that word at the moment. I'm all about that word at the moment. Surrender has this, it's like a word with like soft edges, right? There's just so much like, I can be here for a while, even if it doesn't feel that great, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, even if I want to get the hell out, maybe, just maybe I can spend a few moments here. Just soften around the edges here. Slight bend in the right knee. You're going to stand back up and step your left foot forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Ground your feet, rise all the way up. Feel free to bend your knees as you come up. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti heel. Let's go again. Inhale, breathe, reach for the sky, arms up, palms touch. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen, breathe in. So exhale, plant your palms, left leg goes back, left knee comes down to the mat, arms go up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, both hands gently arriving on your right knee. I'm going to drive the right knee forward and drop the pelvis. Resist the urge to compare one side to the opposite side. Just allow yourself to breathe. Notice if the tension creeps up into your jaw, into your shoulders, into your face, and you start to make a really funny face. Relax everything. Best way to go into a pose is to just continue smiling, right? The smile actually helps you surrender and creates that softening attitude, right? So let your body, let your physical body kind of represent what you want to have happen mentally. Take another big breath in. Hands come down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, drop the hips, lift the heart, waving vinyasa. Exhale, chin to chest, ripple back into your down dog. Let's go twice more on this side as well, waving the spine forward, drop the hips, lift that heart. Exhale, leading with the hips, going back into down dog. Last time, waving forward, drop the pelvis, lift the chest. Exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. 5 pointed down dog with the crown of the head coming down towards the floor. Right foot grounds, left leg take it up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Again, actively sending the floor away with your arms. Keep reaching with your left toes. Look over your right shoulder for your toes. Keep arching the back and breathing into the body here. Square the pelvis off, extend the leg back behind you. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest and step the foot forward. Drop the right knee down. Walk your hands back. Knee aligns with the hip on the right side. Slide the left heel forward. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in. Bend the elbows and soften. Soften your breath. So whenever you come into an intense situation, more than anything else, you have to breathe a little bit deeper. The moment your breathing gets short and sharp and you start to hold your breath or breathe through your mouth, your body starts to believe that it's in some kind of danger. It needs to get out of the situation. So allow yourself to be with whatever it is by using the power of your breath to calm the mind down, to calm the nervous system down, to calm the physical body down. Go ahead and rebend through the left knee, step forward, Uttanasana, forward folding. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Ground your heels, rise all the way up, lean back, lift the chest. Exhaling, hands to heart center, Samasthiti heel. You're going to take a little bit of a step back, 1/3 of the distance to the back of your mat. Bend the knees, arms go up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Send the weight back into your heels, drop your pelvis, draw the belly in a little bit. It's a slight tilt of the pelvis down towards the floor to connect to your core strength. Press forward into the balls of your feet, lift your heels up, and then gently let's begin to send the knees down towards the floor. So you notice how I lean back with my torso, so the knees can land nice and soft on the floor. We're going to just come into a variation of camel pose. Keep the toes tucked, heels are lifted, arch the back, roll the shoulders back. So the exercise here is really to kind of train the body to go into a back bend in the opening that we're feeling in the shoulders and the upper back, rather than go straight into the lower back, okay? So here's a good exercise to do as well. Grab your block, place your block in between your thighs. Cactus your arms now, open your chest. Continue squeezing the block, so keep the legs really, really energized, but relax the glutes. The glutes are nice and soft. So there's no clenching, there is no kind of compression in the lower back here. You're gonna keep sending the floor away with your legs. Legs are super strong, and then lengthen the spine as the length comes into your spine. You want to think about arching your back more. So rolling your shoulders back a little bit more. Think about lifting your chest up a little bit higher. So really, if you want to get your hands underneath your rib cage here. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Coming back through center, let's get rid of the block. The toes are already tucked. We're going to send ourselves back into chair. Exhaling to fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. As you exhale, plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Wave the spine forward, drop the hips, lift the heart, inhale. Exhaling, chin to chest, take it back into your downward facing dog. Left leg stays down, right leg take it up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, look over your left shoulder. You can stay here, absolutely, or mindfully, go ahead and flip it over. Drop the hips on the exhale, inhale to lift up, come in, wild thing. Breathe in, breathe out. Look down towards the floor, right hand down, right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest and step the foot forward in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot, arms go up to the sky. Crescent pose, breathe in. Strong back leg, keep arching the back, keep lifting the chest up. Go ahead, cactus the arms, open the chest. Take another big breath in. As you exhale slowly, begin to send the left knee down towards the floor. Left hand down, right arm back, lean back, chest open, inhale. As you exhale, take the arm underneath the thigh. Inhale to lean back and open up the chest. Exhaling to take the arm underneath the thigh. One more time, inhale to lean back, open the chest. As you exhale, come forward, arm underneath your thigh. Next time the right arm goes back, big circle, grab the back leg, guide the heel in towards your hip. So allow the heel to travel forward, breathing into the quad and the psoas again. Come onto the outer edge of your right foot if you want to. If your shoulders are creeping up around your ears, think about drawing the shoulder blades down the back, just to add a little bit of a twist and open up the chest a bit more. Beautiful. Slowly release the leg back behind you. Tuck the toes under. Take the right leg back and up. Three-legged down dog. Shift forward into plank pose. Drop the left knee down. Chin and chest come down to the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's go to the second side. Left leg taken up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, look over your right shoulder for your toes. If you want to stay, you can stay here, or mindfully, softly, gently flip it over. Drop the hips on the exhale. Inhale to lift back up, roll the shoulders back, open up, breathe into the whole front side body. Look down towards the floor, left hand down, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee forward into the chest and step the foot forward in between your hands. Strong back leg, stay on the ball of your back foot, arms go up to the sky. Let's go ahead and cactus those arms, open up the chest, keep sending the right heel back as if it's going to touch the floor. Strong through the legs, take another inhale breath, and then slowly, mindfully send the right knee down towards your mat. Right hand comes down, left arm lean back, open the chest, inhale. Exhaling, take the arm underneath. Inhale to lean back and open up the chest. Exhale to come forward and take the arm underneath the leg. One more time. Inhale to lean back. Exhale, arm underneath. Next time you go back, big circle, reach back and grab the foot. Guide the heel in. Press the heel towards the hip. If your shoulders are around your ears, draw the shoulder blades down the back and breathe into your body. Slowly releasing the leg back behind you, both hands framing your left foot. Take the left leg back and up, three-legged down dog. Shift forward into plank, drop the right knee down, chin and chest come down to the floor. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up as you put the foot down. Exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Take another big breath in, big breath out. You're going to look forward, bend your knees. Step, jump, float, or fly to the top of the mat. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Bend your knees, arms go up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Send the weight back into your heels and then shift the weight forward into the balls of your feet. Take an inhale, lean back as you send the knees down towards the floor. So a little bit of room at the top of the mat. And gently landing down, walk back. If you need to, roll the shoulders back. So if you want to take your hands and your thumbs to the lowest part of your rib cage, it's a really nice way to remind yourself to keep lifting the chest up to the sky. If you feel like you have the space to go a little bit deeper, you want to cactus your arms and start there. And think about reaching your arms back and interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, extend the index fingers down towards the floor. Beautiful. Coming up through center, reach the arms up to the sky. Lean back, take your knees off the floor. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, drop the hips, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, take it back into your down dog. Left leg stays down, right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Stay or mindfully flip it over into wild thing. Exhale to drop the pelvis. Inhale to lift back up, roll the shoulders back. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Breathe into your body. It's time, right arm, take it up to the sky. Hug your right knee into your chest, look to where you're going, and step your right foot forward in line with your left hand. Arms go up to the sky. Take your left hand behind you, find your right inner thigh. Right arm reaching up to the sky, send the floor away, lengthen on the inhale, and then begin to lean back and arch. Lean back and arch. Slowly begin to send the left knee down towards the floor. Nice soft landing with the left knee, left hand down. Right arm, big semicircle. Take it back, bend the back leg and find your foot. So if you're still working on the psoas and the quad opening, stay here. Guide the heel towards the hip. If you have the space to go further, you're going to drop down into your forearm if you want to go there. You're going to begin to kick the heel away from you. So you can stay on the palm. You can drop down into your forearm, whatever works best for you. So dropping down will take you a little bit deeper. Come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Allow the neck and the head to just drop back. Such a yummy stretch. Slowly go ahead and release. Hands come down to the floor. Tuck your back toes under. Take your right leg back and up to the sky. Three-legged, four-legged vinyasa with the option to come into chin stand. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling back into your down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. It's a yummy, yummy stretch. Find that back bend in your down dog. Take a breath, take a moment. We'll go to the second side here. Left leg, take it up to the sky. Bend the knee and open your hip. Look for your toes coming over. Mindfully flip it back. Drop the hips on the exhale. Inhale to lift up. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into your body. Beautiful. Left arm, take it up to the sky. Hug the left knee into your chest. Look to where you're going and step that foot forward. Come in, crescent pose with the arms, strong arms. Right arm, take it back behind you. Find your left inner thigh. So again, allow this right shoulder to roll back. Keep reaching the left arm up. Take an inhale. And then begin to lean back. Lift the chest. Slowly begin to send the right knee down towards the floor. Right hand comes down. Once again, if you're still working on the quad stretch, stay with the quad stretch. If you have the space to come a little bit deeper, you're going to add the back bend here. So kick the heel away from you as you roll the shoulders back. If you have the space, drop down to your forearm. Come to the outer edge of your left foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly go ahead and release. Hands framing your left foot, tuck the back toes under. Take the left leg up to the sky. Three-legged, four-legged vinyasa with a chin stand if you want to take it there. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling back into child's pose. Let's take a few moments in your child's pose to stretch the body out, to recalibrate, to come back to your intention. Intention to find space, to embrace whatever it is that shows up, to peel back the layers and drop into a place of vulnerability. So vulnerability is soft, but it's also extremely strong, right? And I think that's the most amazing combination that you could ever be, to be strong and soft at the same time. That's beautiful. So allowing everything in, not being afraid to feel everything, trying not to be selective about what you want to feel, always happy, always joyful, chasing ecstasy. No, let's invite it all in. Be strong enough to take it all in, but be soft enough to sit with it. Not resist it in any way. Big breath in, big breath out. So if you got your blocks, I'm going to ask you to come on up and grab your blocks, or grab yourself a chair, whatever is your option. We're just going to do 1 or 2 sets of one of my favorite drills to open up the shoulders a little bit more. So if you got a chair, grab your chair. If you're working with blocks, the blocks will go at the highest height, and your knees will be in line with your hips. So this is where you're going to be. Okay? If you're working on a chair, you're going to go a little bit higher. Same thing, starting with the knees in line with the hips will be easy. Walking the knees back and tucking the tailbone under is going to make it a little bit tougher. Okay? So your elbows and part of your triceps are on the chair or the blocks. You're actively pressing through to hollow out on the exhalation. So inhale to lower, arch the back. Exhale to press through and exhale. Let's go 8 more times here. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale to press through. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press through. Keep going. 5, relax all the way. See if you can take it a little bit deeper. Exhale to press through. Keep going. 6. So it's like the cat and cow action, right? So we're cow on the inhale and cat, angry cat on the exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale to drop. Exhale to press through. 2 more. Inhale to drop. Exhaling to press through. Last one. Inhale to drop. Exhale to press through. Breathe in, breathe out for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep tucking the tailbone under, angry cat. Keep pressing through the elbows, breathe. And see if you can then drop the chest a little bit, but maintain the tuck of the pelvis. 3, 2, and release. Whew. So you can definitely repeat that in sets. To hold even, for example, say 30 seconds, if you want to go 30 seconds with a hold at the end there. It's an excellent drill to open up the shoulders. So keep that in your practice, keep that in your mind. Go ahead and put your blocks off to the sides. Let's come back into child's pose together. Look forward, let's wave the spine through, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, inhale. Exhaling back into down dog. Right leg, take it up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest, round your body, and step your foot forward in between your hands. You're going to drop your left knee down towards the floor. Take an inhale, both hands on your right knee. This time, I want you to drop your hips a little bit lower. Hopefully you're feeling more open. But I want you to stack your knee right on top of your ankle. So coming down, and you want to be really nice and stable in your front foot, which means your knee wants to be directly in line with your ankle so you can ground your heel and ground through the ball of your foot. Right? Breathe in, breathe out. Notice how this feels here. you're more than welcome to stay right here. Option number 2, if you can bend the back knee up, you can take your hand back and grab the foot from the inside, left foot from the inside. Option 3 is to slide the foot into your elbow crease. Stay here. Keep driving the right knee forward. Option number 4 is to take your hand back if you have your stability to find that bind. Open up the chest, breathe in, breathe out. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly releasing. That's it. You're going to take your left foot out to the left. Let's walk ourselves back, and we're going to sit into Ardha Virasana, half hero pose. So keep squeezing your thighs towards each other, keep grounding your sit bones into the floor. Press down actively through the top of your left foot. If you're having difficulty here, grab your block and place it underneath your right hip. Okay, take an inhale, reach the arms up. Make sure your knee and your toes on the right side are facing up to the sky. So you want to interlace your fingers, you want to grab a wrist, whatever you have the space for. Take an inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale to bend the elbows and fold over the leg. Take 2 more inhales, 2 more exhalations. Inhale to lift the torso up. We're going to take it back all the way down to the floor, all right? So if you have the space, you're going to lean back. Make sure your knee is not giving you any feedback on this left side. Drop down into the elbows. See how this feels. If you have the space to go further still, you're going to come all the way down to the floor. Grab opposite elbows and hang out here. Enjoy this opening of the chest to breathe into your body. So you're more than welcome to take a few more breaths here if you want to enjoy this pose a little bit longer. If you can come into a wheel pose variation from here, keeping the top of your left foot flat, we're going to prepare for that. So you're going to stand on your right foot, both hands either side of your head, elbows pointing up to the sky. Lift the head up, front of the head, come onto the crown, hug the elbows back in, and then press through the top of the left foot, push the floor away, come into the posture. Keep sending the floor away with your arms, keep breathing into your body. Take another inhale breath. As you exhale, slowly lowering down with control. And extend the right leg back out in front of you. Everyone together now, one elbow at a time. Standing back up, nice and safe. Rebending through the right knee, push the floor away. Take the left leg up to the sky. Standing splits. Take a deep inhale, stretch the body out. And then slower than you want to, send the left leg back. Step back into downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, drop the pelvis, lift the chest. Exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's go left leg, left side. Take it up to the sky as you exhale, bring that knee into your chest and step the foot forward, right knee down to the floor. Both hands on your left knee. The same thing here. Slide the foot forward a little bit. So as you drop your pelvis, your knee aligns over the ankle. Breathe into this position here. If this feels like a good place for you to be, to hold, stay right here. If you feel like you have the space to take it a little bit further, then bend the back leg up, take your hand back, find your foot from the inside. Guide the heel in. Slide the foot into the elbow crease if you have the space to go deeper. And then as you have your balance here, take your left hand back and find that grip. Just keep sending the right shoulder forward. Try and level out your shoulders. Breathe into your body. 5, 4, drop your pelvis a little bit lower. 3, 2. And slowly releasing. Right foot goes out to the right. Walk your hands back. Sit your hips down. Ardha Virasana. Ardha Virasana. I had one of my teachers tell me if you want to show off, you can really talk through the name of this posture. It's called Triyanga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Alright, so squeeze your thighs towards each other. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, draw the belly in. Exhale, fold forward. Come on. Think about lengthening through your lower back. Think about lengthening your whole spine. Keep pressing your heel forward, flexing your toes back towards your face. Keep pressing through the top of the right foot. Nice work. Inhale to lift up. We're going to take ourselves back nice and safe, so be mindful of how deep you go. Dropping down, keeping the thighs close together, elbows coming down to the floor. If this feels like a good idea, stay right here. If you feel like you have the space to go deeper still, you're coming down to the floor, grabbing opposite elbows and shelling. If you want to take it into the wheel pose here, press your left foot into the floor, hands either side of the head. Send the floor away, strong through the body, lift up. Take another deep breath in. Slowly lowering down with control. Extend the leg out. This time we're just going to go ahead and extend both legs out together. Take a moment to arrive. Notice how the body is feeling. Notice how your mind is feeling. Perhaps even close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in, a few deep breaths out. Just allow yourself to really check in with your body. Right heart opening can be extremely intense. So allow yourself to check in at every single point. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Is it okay to go a little bit deeper? Am I able? So we're going to prepare for bridge and wheel pose before we do a little bit of an exploration of dropping back. You're going to take your block and place it in between your thighs for me. Bring your feet in nice and close. So your feet need to be close to your hips, right? You can take them slightly wider than your hips actually. But they want to be close enough so you can tickle the back of your ankles. And that you want to be able to have your knees again directly underneath your ankles so you can really ground your feet into the floor. If your feet are further forward, we tend to lift the heels up to find footing, and therefore we're losing part of our foundation here in the posture. Right? So keep your feet grounded, press into the balls of your feet, really make sure that your feet are pressing down into the floor. And that's what's going to lift you up into the wheel pose. Take an inhale, lift your hips up. So actively squeeze the block between your thighs. The outer thighs will engage a little bit, but don't clench your glutes and to shove your hips up. Alright, so relax the glutes, but squeeze your thighs. Ground your feet to lift your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your right hand to your lower ribs. Pull the lower ribs in just a little bit. Knit the lower ribs in to create even more space in the lower back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale to slowly release all the way down to the floor. So we'll do one wheel pose here with the block in between the thighs. If you have a second block, you can place it in between your feet, right? The wide way in between your feet. Narrow way in between the block, in between the thighs. Here we go. Hands to the side of your head. Take an inhale to come up to the crown of your head. Stop. Hug the elbows back in. Hug the knees back in. Push the floor away. Coming up. Try and straighten your arms up. Breathe and send your chest through your arms. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to take the wheel pose a little narrower, you're going to walk your hands towards your feet. Do not start to walk your feet towards your hands. Squeeze the thighs, relax the glutes, pull the lower ribs in. exhale to slowly lower down. Take a moment, change nothing. If you feel like the block has done its job and you know what you're doing, take the block away. Try it without the block one more time. We're going to go up for 5 breaths. Here we go. Hands at the side of the head, hug the elbows in. Ground your feet into the floor. Press down to the balls of your big toe joint. Push up. Again, if you want to make the wheel a little bit narrower, walk the feet in. Send the chest through. 5, 4, 3, 2, and chin to chest, weighting the spine down. Let's take a moment here, breathe into your body. It's coming onto your side, rolling up to a seat. So this thing about dropping back, obviously there are techniques where you can drop back and walk back against the wall. If you take a couple of steps. I like to just explore kind of just hanging back and seeing how that feels for my breath as well. So I'm going to try that with you today. I'll show you a squatting technique that might help you drop back as well. So even if you start to work one direction, and then eventually we'll get into the second direction as well. I think coming up from the floor tends to be a lot scarier because there are all these scenarios of your head bashing back and your spine breaking and all of that kind of stuff. So let's see how far we get with the first part, okay? What you want to think about doing as you're dropping back here is to ground your feet into the floor and bend your knees to make that happen here, okay? What I like to think about doing is tucking my tailbone under, because if my back is arching, everything goes into my lower back here. So tuck the tailbone under. From there, think about keeping the tailbone tucked and lifting the chest. So think about tucking the tail. It's the same thing that we were doing with the chair and the blocks. You want to keep the tuck, but open the shoulders, right? So keep the tailbone tucked, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. So keep thinking about sending the center of your rib cage up towards the sky. Take an inhale, lift the chest, bring the hands to your heart. That way with your thumbs at your sternum, you can keep sending your heart into your thumbs. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Keep tucking, tailbone under. See how far you get? Alright, this is good. From here, keep the knees bent. Keep breathing into your body. If you can, extend the arms back. And then coming back up. So the weight of the arms tends to allow you to go a little bit deeper as well. What you want to focus on doing as you go back here is to not stop breathing. Okay, so make sure you continue breathing. So tuck your tailbone under, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, keep lifting the heart up into your hands. Drop your arms back, see how that feels. If you want to go back, arrive. Alright, so a little soft bend in the knees kind of helps you get there. Obviously, you know, it's really scary stuff to do this freestyling in the middle of the room, but I find that it has its own benefits because the wall walking only takes you so far. But you want to think more about what you're engaging, what you're aligning to be able to take you back. So there is another variation that I want to share with you here as well from standing. If you bend your knees and you come onto the balls of your feet, it takes you a little bit lower to the ground, and then all you have to do from there is think about arching your back and finding the floor with your hands. So it might be a little less scary, okay? So I kind of come onto the balls of my feet. I drive my knees forward, so watch this for a moment. And I bring my hands next to my head, all right? So hands next to the head, hug the elbows in wide, roll the shoulders back. So watch here. Here we go. So almost like I was coming into camel pose, except I take myself back into wheel pose, right? So that can be a little bit more accessible only because you're closer to the ground and, you know, worst case, you kind of go back and you kind of, you know, you're not that far away from the floor, so you kind of find the floor. If you want to, you can always pad the floor with something or the other. All right, so let's talk a little bit about coming back up, shall we? So here you are, you've gone down. Okay, let's go back one more time. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the chest up, roll the shoulders back, breathe into your body, hands to heart. From here, walking the hands in, I tend to lift my heels up. We want to think about squeezing your thighs towards each other. And driving the knees and the hips forward. So for me personally, well, for all of us ladies, right, we're kind of heavier down here at the bottom in the hip area. So what you want to think about doing is sending your hips forward, and as the hips ground and the feet ground themselves into the floor, the hips move forward, the rest of the body just kind of waves up. What tends to happen is that we tend to get like really freaked out, and we tend to need to see where we're going with our eyes. So try not to do that as you go up. Just trust that you're going to end up at the top, okay? We'll try it one more time. So again, tuck the tail, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, breathe. It's just literally a weight shift into the feet, where you stack your hips and everything else, you trust that it will come and land at the top. All right, so play with it. Play with it. Nothing gets better if you don't practice, so make sure you play. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, go ahead and reach forward. Fold over the legs. Inhale to come on up. Cross your ankles. Then cross your legs. Take the right hand, left hand to the right knee. Right hand goes back behind you. Draw the belly in and twist the body out. Inhale to come back to center and go the opposite way. Coming back to center, take an inhale to reach the arms up, draw the belly in. Exhale to go ahead and lay all the way back. As you lay back, let your legs come up, grab the outer edges of your feet, come in happy baby pose. Starting to figure out the things you need to do before you end up in Shavasana. Give yourself plenty of time to come into Shavasana. Allow yourself to take lots of rest here. Again, back bending can be extremely, not exhausting, but it can be a little bit energy. It can give you a lot of energy, but it also takes a little bit because you end up processing quite a bit. So allow yourself to take a few extra breaths in your Shavasana. And know that whenever uncomfortable feelings come up for you as you peel back these layers of yourself, know that, it's good to work through these things, right? They come up for a reason, to teach you all kinds of lessons about yourself. So again, the best thing that you can be, the best thing you can practice being is strong as hell, but also extremely soft and surrendered. So see if we can sit with that for the rest of the day. See what shows up for you as you describe that to yourself, as you kind of create your own definition of what that means. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for our practice together. I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Give tons of love, tons and tons of hugs. Namaste.